All right, here we go.
This video contains strong language not suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. All right. Welcome back to episode part 7 of The Lost Mines of Phandelver. There we go. Last episode we fought some red brands. Mr. Remus Jobulin stabbed our good friend Glassstav and ripped out his collarbones. They have a bunch of money. They have a bunch of stuff. They rescued Sarah, Chris, and John, and they took them back to Hollia Thornton's, which I forgot to look up how much she said that she owed you. I think it was 400 a pop.
Yes, it was.
That sounds right. And you guys went back to the Stonehill Inn, and you all got in your rooms, and everything was fine, except our good friend Remus opens the door to find a figure sitting in his room.
All right. So I reach down to my blades, and I just pull them up a little bit, but not out, and I say, "Now to who do I owe the pleasure?" There we go.
I believe you mean to whom you owe the pleasure, and this voice that comes back at you sounds exactly like your own.
Interesting. So, to whom do I owe the pleasure?
Well, and the figure stands up, and at this point you can see the figure looks just like you, except it's wearing leather armor instead of studded leather armor.
So it's someone who saw me before.
And they go, well, I think you're dealing with you.
No, I don't think that to be the case, because, well, I'm me, and while you may look strikingly resembling, that's a good little trick there, isn't it? I'm me. So what do you want?
Why don't you come in and we can discuss that?
All right. I take a step in the door, hand still on the blade, and I reach back with my left hand, and I shut the door, but I'm keeping my eyes straight on this figure.
Okay. The figure kind of sits down back at the chair he was sitting in next to, like, the little desky table, and gestures to the chair across from him.
I do walk over and take a seat, all slow-like. I just kind of ease myself down into the chair, and one hand still on a hilt.
Okay. So, I've been hired by a certain individual that I think you have some history with. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Is this a person I owe money?
It is indeed.
Would this be... Are we talking about Mr. Faba up in here?
We are indeed talking about Mr. Faba.
Well, as it turns out, I just came by a rather large sum of money.
Interesting.
And as soon I was actually just coming back from my job, and first thing I was going to do was settle up my score with Faba. It's why I took the job in the first place.
I see. Well, that brings up some options. See, I was hired because, one, I'm supposed to kill you.
Sure.
Which is why you can imagine I look like you.
You know, throw me off, fear, the whole... Yeah, I get you.
Well, there's a little more to it than that. He has become interested in your dealings in the area. He seems to think that you're on track to something big. So I was supposed to take care of you, take your place, smooth sailing. However, I could have not found you. Get what I'm saying? For a price. You can go on living, doing your thing. I'll go back to Faba, tell him I didn't find you, and then you can settle up your deal later, because as of right now, or you could send him a letter, because if I found you, I was supposed to just kill you.
Sure. So, if that be the case, what do you think it is that you want?
Well, he was paying me 1,000 gold pieces to kill you.
Sure.
So I'll say if you match what he's doing, I'll just be on my way.
Interesting. 1,000 gold, you say?
1,000 gold.
All right, Chris, follow me here. Out of my pocket, I'm going to first take out my coin purse. I'm going to set it down on my lap, but as I'm in my pocket, I reach and I open a scroll of Charm Person.
Okay.
And I would like to use this scroll of Charm Person.
Chris is like, fuck.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see.
The
Within
life of a
range,
DM.
it must make a win saving throw.
You got something in your teeth, Kendrick?
No, let it
Why
feel
did it
weird.
reopen that?
I just rubbing sometimes. I don't know if
Okay.
it's good.
Action, range, I feel like, because you don't normally cast spells,
I do not.
because I know if, let's say, Kados tried to cast, like, Meteor Strike, which is a
Sure.
9th level spell,
Yes.
from a scroll, but he doesn't have access to that high of magic, there's a DC for it. I don't see a DC. I know that it is wisdom or intellect, depending on what class you are, so I'll let you use the better one. And so now I just have to come up with
So the standard DC for a saving throw
Mhm.
would be 15. That's the normal go-to if it's not specified.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Roll me a wisdom or intellect. Would it be a saving throw?
it would technically be the character that needs to make the saving throw, not I.
He needs to make a different saving throw.
Okay.
You're
like me to
making
make a
you're
roll?
making a roll to see if you can even cast it.
Okay.
So it's not really a saving. It's just
That, Chris, is 18.
18. Okay.
I'm listening.
So let's see. Now this character is fun, so I have to read some things.
so. While you're reading,
Uh-huh.
I found this the other day and forgot I had it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Okay. So you successfully cast it. Let's see if it works. What do you do to try to cast this scroll?
I don't know. I've never used a scroll before, so I don't know what the
Generally,
procedure
you
is.
have to read it.
Okay. I do know already that it is a scroll of Charmed Person.
Mhm.
I at least know that much, that it's noted in my inventory as a scroll of Charmed Person. And so maybe I just I open it up and I whisper some shit.
Okay.
Some ASMR inaudible stuff, man.
You get done whispering, and
Mhm.
yourself across the table looks up at you and goes, "Well, I'm sorry, but those kind of things don't work well on me."
No matter. You must
I
understand.
appreciate the thought, though.
Gotta be crafty.
Gotta be crafty.
1,000 gold, you say it be?
1,000 gold.
Now, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Faba hires you, sends you to kill me. 1,000 gold in my head, right?
Yep.
He pay up front?
Nope.
Then how is it you just say you didn't find me and you walk off?
Yeah.
Acting okay.
I'm not too much of a regular with Faba. You know,
What'd you
they're...
say?
What was that?
What'd you say your name was?
I didn't. I'm you, after all.
Sure. Tell me, you been in this inn before? Out of curiosity.
What's it to you?
Just curious.
I've been in here a couple of times.
I figured as much. Well, seeing as I don't think I might have no choice, you know, all your tricks and all, I think we can have a deal.
All right.
All right, and I rifle through my money, kind of give some jingles about, and I toss over 1,000 gold.
See if he catches it. He does catch it. He goes, catches it and goes, well, it has been mighty fine doing business with you, Mr. Remus Jobulin.
Wish I could say the same.
Ah, well, you're leaving. I'll have to get myself a pair of that studded leather armor next time.
Well, I don't figure you'll be staying as me for much longer, so...
Probably not. Alright, so he stands up slowly, and he faces you the whole time and backs towards the door. And he opens it, walks out the door, and closes the door behind him.
But I just let out a big fucking exhale. Son of a bitch. Oh. Shit. Well,
Shit.
You done fucked.
I don't know if I did. I don't think I was going to win that fight. And Charm Person was about my only tool. Oh, man.
This is for a later conversation.
Yeah. Meta talk, yeah. All right, well, I lay down. Is my scroll of Charm Person now used up? Do I get rid of that?
It is used up, yes.
Okay. Damn it. You didn't expect that one, did you?
I did not. No. I'm glad that you... I was really rooting for you when you rolled and you could cast it, and then I was like, fuck, but it didn't work. So I kind of felt a little bad after you were able to cast it. But
It's all good.
yeah.
It's the game. All
right.
right. Well, I go over to my bed and I sit down a little lighter, and I lay down and sit there with my eyes open for a little bit, just kind of staring at the door. And eventually, I guess I give in to a long rest.
All right. And my other two companions, you can now click the long rest button.
See, I ain't doing shit. I got
You got like 5 hit points or something.
I have 14, but I almost died like 3 times. So
True.
You know what's sad?
What?
At level 5, I do not get extra attack.
What? Really?
Nope.
That's so weird.
you already do like a ton of damage, don't you?
He does. He has like weirdly long reach with his
You got
tail.
a tail. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, I feel like we'll look at that between now and next week, because I feel like you should be able to attack twice. Just my opinion. So you all go to sleep. And
Level
then you all leveled up. You're all now level 5. Congratulations.
I'm a little tall.
You feel a little taller.
Oh, never mind.
You do have extra attack?
Well, it doesn't say it in my actions, but then at the top it says attacks per action too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say extra attack like in the description of actions though. Which is weird because it says that in Thrall's thing.
Did you already have it or no?
I don't think so. It just says attacks per action too. Now, but that's at the
Interesting.
top of my screen.
Yeah, Sildar doesn't even have extra attack, and I know he has it. Oh no, there it is. Never mind, he does. I'm dumb. With that, the sun kind of starts peeking in through the windows, and whose room is furthest down the hallway?
I believe that was mine on the right, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are awakened to a knock.
I've had enough drama for one day. Damn it. I stand up. I still got my stuff on from the previous night. I never unarmored, anything like that. Dagger's still hoisted to me, and I go over to the door and I pull out a dagger in my left hand just for safekeeping, and I
Safety
open up that
dagger.
door and I peer around and go, yes.
And as you peer out the door, you are met with the shining armor-clad vision of Sir Sildar Hallwinter. And he goes, "Ah, yes, Remus. I was wondering if I could talk to you and your compatriots once you, get moving for the morning. I have some information about Gundren that I would like to share with you."
Excellent. Well, give me a moment, all right?
All right. I'll spread the word to the others. Take your time. I'll be downstairs
All right.
whenever you're ready.
All right. Door back closed, and I'm going to start to get myself ready for a
All right.
day.
So then he goes to the next door. Knock, knock, knock. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go through every person, waking them up and saying come downstairs, or do you want to just go past it?
You can.
Brandon, are you cool with that?
I'm fine with that. I was just going to answer the door naked.
Okay. Are you normally naked?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, because I gave you the braces of protection, which requires no armor, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that he couldn't wear pants.
But you're a hairy boy, so
Yeah.
Well, that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see anything. So I was just going to answer the door. No pants on. But no, it's fine. You
okay. So Sildar goes downstairs, you're assuming.
Scarred for life.
Yeah. Scarred for life.
Scarred for life.
That's in his brain now. And whoever wants to go down or do anything is now on you.
It will not be me. I'm taking my silly ass time.
I'll go down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to. I'm going to put on pants first.
Okay.
I guess my shirt's still all like slashed because I got messed up. Or my armor, I guess, my set of armor.
Yeah, since you had a long rest, we'll go with you repaired it with your armor sewing skill.
I'm a master stitcher.
Do I have like magic pants that come back after I rip them when I turn into big beast mode?
No, but shrink? I'll work on that.
I'm just saying, because like we're not talking about Hawk pants here, okay? They don't, you know.
Well, you don't need pants. Do you normally wear pants?
I don't know. That's one thing I did determine for my character. I would assume so.
Okay. I don't know. I'll look into it. So
magic pants.
Tommy and Torak, you guys open your doors and meet each other in the hallway. Did you say anything to each other, or did you just quietly go downstairs?
Good morning, friend. That was a rough night. I feel much better though. How you feeling, buddy?
Torak says nothing.
Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, I was reading Josh's message in the chat.
I was just like, buddy, last night was a rough night, but I'm feeling a bit better. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm no worse for the wear, so same shit, different day, you know.
I feel that, brother. Where's Remus?
As you say that, you hear a little, and I walk out into the hallway and I look around and, hey, you boys, come over here for a second. And I whip out two pouched things, each containing 400 gold, and I was like, found some stuff on Glass Staff, including some cash. thought you guys might want a piece of the prize.
Well, I appreciate that. I didn't even know you found that. I'm kind of surprised you're giving it to us. But
Toss it over to you.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, I roll. You guys should roll to see if you catch it, or to see if Chris, can I roll to see if I throw it?
Yeah. See if you throw it good, or if you just throw it real bad.
Like you do that throw where you try to throw it and it goes behind you.
So I have a thought here. Can there be a way that I can throw it too hard?
Sure.
So like a sleight of hand check and a strength check.
Why are you doing a sleight of hand check?
Or whatever it'd be to throw something. I don't know.
You would just make a ranged attack.
Ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for Kendrick gets a 13.
A 13. Okay, Kendrick, roll a dexterity save.
Saving?
Yeah.
That's a 13.
All right, I'm gonna go with you. Catch it.
All right, and I throw it over to Torak, and that's a 17.
17. Okay, Torak, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Well,
You get a 1?
I did get a 1, which is actually a 5. But
Okay.
yeah,
Well, Mr. Remus throws the one at Tommy and then throws the other one at Torak, and that whizzes right past Torak's head, hits the wall behind him, and the bag just breaks, spilling all of the contents all over the floor.
What kind of throw was that?
What kind of catch was that?
You threw it in my head.
I kneel down and start trying to pick him up for him and help him.
All right, and I walk over to Kados's door, and I'm gonna do a little clunk clunk clunk. Hey,
As you clunk 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 on the door pops open.
and I'm just kind of swinging open, peering in there to make sure that he's not naked or anything. And I look in.
Okay, and you see his clothes laid out on his bed like a person would be sleeping, but there's no one there. It's just his clothes.
That's weird. Hey, guys, you seen Kados?
No, I've not seen Little Russian Man.
Well, what's a Russian? Well, his clothes are sitting on the bed, just the clothes.
Little Russian around man? I did not see.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think this is a hidden blessing for this morning. Maybe we just.
I like the way you're thinking.
Let's have some breakfast. I'm sure he's fine. He always gets himself into some shenanigans.
Yeah.
You know how his money disappears? Maybe he disappears from time to time. You never know.
All right. Yeah. Well, I can't say I disagree. So let's go get some grub.
Okay. So you guys make your way downstairs, and Sildar is sitting at a table with 4 extra waters out, sitting there waiting for you guys.
Is there anybody else in the room?
There is a gentleman at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
There is, Mr. and Mrs. Stonehill, the owners of the inn, behind the bar talking to this guy.
All right. Well, I walk over to Silly.
Yeah, I'll walk over.
Is that what you call him? Because that would be hilarious.
That's what I'm about to start calling him.
All right. So do you guys sit down? Yeah, there's water on the table.
I'm going to walk over and pick up water.
Okay. Well, good morning, friends. How have you been? We haven't talked in a day or so.
Not too bad. Not too, you know how
I hope this water was for us.
It was indeed.
Thank you.
Oh. Well, so what brings you here?
Well, I've been sleeping in the room next to yours, actually. Since we've gotten here. There's only one inn in town, and I'm certainly not going to the Sleeping Giant Tap House. But, after I talked with you guys yesterday morning about the incident the night before. I headed over to the town hall and talked to Harbin, who is... Don't even get me started. He's not the brightest tool in the shed, if you get what I'm saying. And he kind of like nudges Tommy with his elbow, who's next to him.
Oh, I know what you're saying, buddy.
Well, needless to say, Harbin is giving us no help in finding our friend or dealing with the red brands. So, I went out looking, and I found a couple goblins. Only 3, so I fared pretty well. But I captured one, and managed to find out that my good friend Gundren is being held at Cragmore Castle. However, the goblin fainted before he could tell me where it was. I've been doing some digging around town, and Sarah Alderleaf told me that if you want to find somewhere in the wilderness to talk to, I believe it's a druid who lives out in the woods. I think his name is Rydoth. He sometimes goes by Gendrin. But he is currently out in the old ruins of Thunder Tree. So I was thinking if you all wanted to take a slight adventure for the day, you could go and possibly discover the location of Cragmore Castle from this Rydoth.
Yeah, this Rydoth guy, this may seem a silly question, but is he musically inclined?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never met the man.
Ah, well, that's interesting. Well, I do got one bit of news for you. You know, we talked about the red brand, you know, that whole issue. Well, they're not going to be an issue anymore.
Why do you say that?
Well, Glassstaff's dead.
Really?
We saw to it last night.
Well, I thank you for your patronage. What did he look like? If you don't mind me asking, because that was part of my mission, was to come and take care of the leader and also find out what happened to the last member of the Thunder Ridge Cavalry that came out for these parts.
Well, Tommy, what did he look like?
Well, if you remember correctly, I didn't get a good look at him because
If you remember correctly, I didn't get a good. He was a man, and he was hooded.
He was a big hooded guy. He had a big staff.
He
had a glass staff.
He had a glass staff. Our buddy, Katos has this staff. Actually, it's made of glass, which is funny because glass staff.
But he definitely has some.
We don't know where Katos is, so that's new.
He's definitely got had some magical abilities because your boy Remus over here kind of ripped his clavicle apart. And, it's not pretty, but it was pretty badass, if I may say.
Yeah.
He definitely has some magical abilities because we saw 2 of these big, scary, armored flame things.
And facial features. He had some distinct ones too.
Oh, well, he said he had a glass staff.
He did have a glass staff.
That's interesting. The last member of the Thunder Ridge Cavalry was a mage who we sent out here, and he had a glass staff.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I hope that wasn't him for your sake, for your buddy's sake.
Well, it shouldn't have been.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, when you do find your friend Katos, maybe I could have a look at that glass staff, and then we can determine where it came from.
Hopefully he brings it back. He has this habit of losing things. It's weird, but well, all right. So Gendrin's the play then, huh?
Or Rydoth. It apparently depends on the day. He lives in the woods. He's a strange fellow.
Oh, yeah, well. Interesting. Well, if that'll be all, I guess we'll be on our way. We'll hit you up. We'll let you know if that's the path we go. We got some other business to take care of this morning. But, yeah.
Very well. And one thing, and he pulls out a little scroll, and it's like a little section of a map that goes from Neverwinter east with the location of the ruins of Thunder Tree on it. And he's like, feel free to take this. You can add the location to your own map if you have one.
Excellent. Could we maybe add that to our map chat?
Sure.
Cool.
I don't know if I can do that now because that didn't go well last time.
Okay. Oh, do you need to like shop it up?
Yeah, I need to shop it up.
Oh, don't bother right now then.
Okay.
Do it on a break or something. All right. Well,
which actually, do you guys have the Sword Coast map in there?
Sword Coast.
It has like water and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
I have it.
Is Neverwinter marked on there?
Yes.
Neverwinter Wood?
Yes, Neverwinter is marked.
Yeah. Okay. So the Neverwinter Wood, and then do you have the city of Neverwinter, which is on the coast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if you follow the river to the east, there's a down squiggle, an up squiggle, then a down squiggle.
Yeah.
And in that next like honeycomb, right before it gets to the forest, is where the ruins of Thunder Tree are.
Got it.
So I will update your maps when we take a break or later, one or the other.
All right. Well, great. Peace be among you. Farewell. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. And he kind of stands up and goes over to the bar and starts talking to the owners.
I give a little tip of the hat because I have a hat.
You do have a hat. I was hoping you did because I forgot.
I also forgot about that. That would have presented some issues with the hood. Would my hood just get really, really big?
Yes, probably.
I'm rolling with it.
All right. He gives you a little bit of a nod and continues over to his thing. So, you are now sitting there with water. Do you want food?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too hungry, boys, but if you want, eat up, I guess.
Does Remus seem to look glum at all, or any weird, uncomfortable notions?
Roll me an insight check.
Ooh, +6. Holy shit.
You're very insightful.
That's a 15.
A 15?
Hard.
I don't know. Remus, are you feeling glum or anything? He didn't do the best job, so like you can be pretty vague with your response here.
He just notices that I'm not jazzed about anything in particular.
Not like jipper japper.
Yeah, if you were an insightful man, you might be able to tell that, maybe there's something deep under, but for those who are not insightful men,
I was a quite mediocre,
you might not see this.
insightful person, so I'll just not do anything.
Yeah.
I'll just let that go.
All right. So, as Sildar approaches the bar, he kind of nods at Miss forgot their names. They're the Stone Hill Inn, right? They're the Stone Hills. So Elsa comes over and goes, "Well, how are you all doing this morning? Can I get you anything to eat?"
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, what did we eat last time?
I'll be all right. For now.
I'll just have some eggs if you got any. Just quick and easy.
Sure thing, dear. Is 2 all right, or do you want more?
It was all right. Appreciate you.
All right, and she scuttles off. Are you guys gonna talk about anything, or do you want me to just bring her back with the eggs?
I am
At
silent.
Veronica Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm
It's
silent.
one piece. I'm scared.
She brings back the eggs and sets them down and goes, "That'll be 2 copper pieces, dear."
Word. Oh, also, Zach, what did you give us? 200 or 400 gold?
Yeah,
I
400.
forgot to add that. You found that much shit on him? Holy crap. We didn't even get paid yet, did we?
Nope.
For the
From
job?
Holly, no.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
No, because you guys went to her house and she doesn't have money at her house.
We dropped the prisoners off, and she was like, "I'll see you tomorrow." Okay. The eggs are here. I'm going to look up at this lady and be like, "Well, thank you very much. These look scrumptious." I'll give a little wink, which makes me feel equally as uncomfortable as it probably made her, and I'm gonna eat the eggs.
All right. Do you pay her your 2 copper pieces?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'll give her 4 copper pieces.
And she takes them and goes, "Well, thank you very much, sweetie." And she scuttles back to behind the bar and deposits it in the, what are those things called that you put money in? Register.
Register.
Yeah.
While I'm eating, I would look over at Torek and be like, "You got me, sweetie." Okay.
I wouldn't think too much of it. There, Tommy.
So, Tommy is now eating eggs. The other 2 of you are sitting there silently. What would you like to do?
I'm sitting there silently, staring at the bar, the table, whatever we're at. We're at a bar at the table.
You're at a table.
Staring at the table.
Well, I guess while there's food in my mouth and I see him just not being him, I'm gonna be like, "Remus, you never stop talking. What's going on? Why are you being so quiet?"
Well, I'm just tired. Long day yesterday.
Yeah, but did you get a nice long nice long rest?
You could say that. Took a little long to fall asleep, but eventually I got there.
Was something bothering you, or were you just thinking about how you ripped that man's clavicle apart?
It was certainly something, wasn't it? Oh, speaking of, I found something on him I wanted to check out. I say out loud, and I reach into my stuff, and I pull out a sealed scroll, and I'm gonna look at the scroll and try to discern what it is that I have.
Chris is like, "What did I give you?"
Exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you spend a couple minutes with the scroll, looking it over, seeing if you can find anything interesting about it, and you eventually determine that it is a fireball scroll.
All right.
I don't know why I'm putting my notebook over there. I need my notebook. Did you guys get anything that I didn't tell you what it was? You guys have any weird shit in your inventory?
That was the only thing that I had.
Okay. All right. So Tommy finishes his eggs. What would you all like to do now?
Well, they're not eating anything, right?
No.
Chris, should I just mark that off as a first or a second level spell scroll? Because the actual item's not in D&D Beyond.
Okay. We'll do first level.
First level?
I think Fireball is actually a 5th level spell.
Oh.
So if you have that option, mark it as that.
Okay. I do have that option.
Okay. So yeah. Finish eating. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess we better go get paid. We never went on over to Holly and never paid us last night, so think we could, grab our cash.
I agree. We probably should go over and check on her.
So I stand up and I let my legs push my chair back and it gives a little as it moves back, and stand up, push my chair back in, and I kind of fling a silver piece over towards the bar just because they've been giving us good service. So I flick over a silver piece.
Okay.
And I start making my way out.
All right. Do you two follow?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was already there because I was agreed with him.
Okay. I'm not with it today for some reason. I'm sorry. So you guys make your way outside, walking fast. Day has passed and you're homebound. And you're going to the miners' exchange?
You're going to the miners' exchange.
Okay. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
21. 25.
Perception check.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. So, Torak and Remus, you guys notice that there don't seem to be any red cloaks floating around. That seems to have died down pretty quick so far. Tommy, you also notice that, but as you kind of look around the cul-de-sac or whatever we decided it was, because you told me it wasn't a town square, you do notice that where that guy was sitting, there's now the old lady who plays cards sitting in that same chair across the way, just rocking in the chair, kind of just looking around.
I look at her and I give her a tip of the hat.
Well, you don't even see her.
Oh, I don't look at her and I do not give her a tip of the hat.
I think Tommy is the only one that had a 15 or higher.
Yeah, that was when we were leaving for the Red Branch, right? We just saw a dude chilling. Now it's the old lady that's been playing cards in the inn.
Yes.
I'm just gonna look over. I'm gonna give her one of these single eyebrow raises and just do like a...
Okay. She doesn't do anything back. It's not like quite obvious if she's looking at you guys or just looking around. She just looks to be hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Always hanging out. You bitch.
So, you guys make your way down to the miners' exchange, and who's going in first?
I walked out first, so it makes sense that I'm going first.
All right, so you open one of these large wooden slabs of a door, and you walk in, and you're greeted with the beautiful entryway with the whole like bars in front of you to keep people from the lobby not in the back room. And there's Halia again, just standing behind the bars, reading a little... Did I say Halia or Thalia?
I don't know.
Said Halia.
Right. Halia is just like going through little pages, doesn't seem to notice you.
Hey there.
She kind of closes her book and looks up and goes, "Well, how's it going?"
It is. It is going.
I believe I owe you gentlemen some money.
That's true. Our good friend Kato's unfortunately couldn't be here this morning, so I'm going to pick up his cut on behalf of him.
Seems fair enough. So give me one moment, I'll get that for you. And she grabs this chain and pulls it down, and a stone slab covers up the bars again, and she's gone for probably 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden you hear this chain going, and the stone slab is like... Sorry, I heard something weird. And the stone slab is ascending by this chain, and then she loops it off on the wall and slides 4 bags through the little under the bar slat where you can pass things back and forth and go, Well, thanks. It's been a pleasure doing business with all of you.
Likewise. 400 gold, right, Chris?
400 gold a pop.
Okay.
You can mark down 800 if you want. Because you're holding on to Cadoses. Cadeses.
For the double check, how's the mother and the 2 kids holding up? Are they all right? They hanging in there?
Oh, the Alderleafs? Yeah, they went back to their farm this morning. Yeah. I messed up. They're the Dendars. Oops. Yeah, the Dendars. They went back to their house this morning.
Glad to hear. Didn't want them to be affected by all that. That could mess a child up.
Yeah, I kind of went around a peruse around the town this morning, and the Red Cloaks seem to have disbanded. There's still a decent number of them, but they're not wearing red cloaks, and they're not roughing up the townsfolk. So I think that's a win.
I'd agree.
So,
Well,
go on.
I don't know. I'm bad at small talk sometimes. Well, we actually have to be on our way. We got some, of course, more business to attend to. Always more business to attend to. So it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure as well. Actually, before you go, would you mind coming back and having a chat with me?
Sure.
All of us?
No, just him.
Oh, Rebus. I look over at Torek. Always getting in trouble over here, buddy. Always something.
Always little people.
I suppose.
All right, meet me over at this door here in a second. And the stone slab goes and closes. I don't know why it makes a splurt noise, but it did. And you hear like a couple locks going on this door, and the door opens, and she goes, "Why don't you step into my office?"
Okay.
All right, so you step in. She closes the door and locks it behind you, and she takes a few steps in and goes, "So, I'm a pretty good judge of character. Wanted to present you with an offer."
Okay.
So I'm part of a group known as the Zentarim.
Can you maybe spell that for me?
The Zentarim, that is Zhentarim.
Zhenterim.
Arim.
Okay. Cool.
And we kind of go around and gather information and, just try to have an influence around the world, if you get what I'm saying.
I think I do.
And I feel like you are a gentleman that shares our interests.
What can you tell me anything more about these Zentarim? Never heard of it before.
It's pretty secret. It's not every day that someone gets an offer to join.
Sure.
So basically, we try to gain power in certain areas and make money.
I do like money. Now, I got just one thing. I guess. First, Chris, I would like to use one of my features.
Okay.
I would like to use my ear for deceit. I'm gonna make. Can I make an insight check to see if she's being honest?
Sure.
Cool. And ear for deceit just makes it so that if I roll anything under a 7, it becomes an 8.
Okay.
Oh, look at that! I rolled a 4. So that's 8 plus 3, 11.
Okay. She seems to be honest.
Okay. Money, huh? Well,
we like money and power, and
yeah, I understand that.
As do most people, you would think.
I got one bit of a. I'm interested, but I got one bit of a hang up. I got a bit of a debt that needs paid to a certain person.
Who might that person be?
A guy named Faba the Jut.
Yes, I have. We the Zentarim don't quite see eye to eye with Mr. Faba.
Well, neither do I.
So this might play into your interests.
All right. Well, if I accept, then what then?
I give you a title of Fang within our group. You can always identify another member by a certain handshake that I'll share with you. As a DM, I don't know what the handshake is, but it says that
it's going to go unsaid.
Yeah.
It's just secret and it happens.
And it happens.
You can imagine it to be whatever you want.
Just like... and I can provide you with supplies. Or say you're in Neverwinter and you run into some trouble, you could find one of our members and they could help you out.
All right. And how might I find a member?
You can
I'm looking for.
Yeah, you can always tell by a certain handshake, and she kind of holds her hand out.
Okay.
And the handshake is done.
All right. So. All right. Well, I guess I will. I'll accept.
All right. Welcome to the group, Fang.
Fang.
Mr. Fang Jobulin.
Fang Jobulin. Cool. Well, being a part of the group, is there anything in particular I should be doing, or?
Right now, the reason I hired you, gentlemen, was to take out the Red Brand leader, so a person of power in the area, maybe me, could take control of the gang and put them towards other uses than bullying a town.
Sure. All right. Well, excellent. Well, you let me know, or you get someone to let me know next time you need something done, and money and influence.
Money and influence. Do you need anything else while you're here?
Well, I think we're pretty good on healing supplies. Maybe some. Oh my God, I'm blanking here. What's a good thing to have? Maybe just some ropes and maybe some. You got me here, Chris.
Right.
What do people ask for?
I don't know.
Just I'm looking at my thing, guys. Sorry, I'm blanking. Yeah, maybe just some ropes and some general adventuring, camping supplies to help us on our way, because I think we're about to take another job. What'd you say, Kendrick?
Saki.
Oh.
Well,
gave us booze.
I do have some rope, and I have 2 extra bedrolls I can give you. I also have a net, if that helps.
Oh, a net. Yeah, we can find use for a net.
Okay. And she kind of scampers into the other room. I use the word scamper. It's more like a strut. She is a woman that holds herself to like a high standard. So like she walks with a purpose. And this is actually
Beyonce Super Bowl halftime strut?
No.
Okay.
Strut like a normal person that like
knows
feels highly of herself. And this is actually the first time that you have seen all of this woman, because every other time she's been half behind bars.
What if I think of the half that's normally behind bars?
It has armor plates on her leather armor. She has large boots that come up almost to her knees. What?
She has large boobs.
Boots.
And you were boots. Like, boots? I was like, oh. Damn.
Exactly.
I feel like we were all like, oh, man, that was funny.
Whoa, he just said that. Well, now we kind of did. Yeah, she has 2 revolvers strapped to both of her hips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a formidable lady. So she disappears with her boots to the other room and comes back with a backpack. And in the backpack is a net. The net that she is giving you actually has weights on the ends of it, so you could actually use it to like throw at somebody or something.
Yeah.
She gives you 100 feet of rope, 2 50-foot loops of rope, and 2 bedrolls.
Okay. Excellent.
When she was talking to all of us, could we see all of her?
No.
Dang it.
You did not see her boots.
No, because I'm worried about the revolver.
All right, well.
It's like, when you said that, the whole SpongeBob episode with the fucking rubber boots just popped into my head, too.
Squeaky boots. Well, if there is nothing else.
There is not. I thank you, and I thank you for the opportunity as well. It's good to have contacts and good to have people you can rely on, especially in cities that you don't live in, so.
Of course. And she kind of goes over to the door and unlocks like 6 locks, and the door flings open. Anyone who wants to make a perception check, make a perception check. This would be for the people who are outside, not Zach.
In the front
Zach
of the store.
already saw her boots.
I did.
I got a 3. My rolls tonight are booty butts.
I got a 11.
11? Okay, so she kind of pushes the door open and then retreats inside pretty quick. You do see something shiny off of one of her hips, but you can't exactly tell what it was. Remus, she kind of gestures for you to leave.
Do you leave?
All right. So you take the stuff, you leave. She closes the door behind you. You hear all these locks.
I stand and stare at her boots.
Very good, as one should. And God, this is gonna be a joke that goes on for a while.
This episode, she's got boots.
She's got boots. And then shortly after you hear all the locks, you hear the chain going, and the stone goes back up, and she ties it off and goes, well, if there's nothing else, I hope you all have a good adventure.
Well, we don't seem to have too much trouble with that.
Really, really quick, if you don't mind me asking, I thought I saw something shiny on your hip. Not trying to sound weird, but it kind of reminded me of something I'm pretty familiar with. What do you got over there?
She kind of looks at you strangely for a second and pulls out one of her revolvers and kind of holds it up to the side. And this is like a beautifully ornamented revolver. It has 6 chambers. It's made of steel with gold inlay, and the pistol handle is like a pearlish ivory color, also with golden inlay, and it is a gorgeous pistol.
Outside of character, are revolvers considered a different weapon than pistols in D&D Beyond? I think they are.
They are. They're basically the same thing, though.
Right.
Your pistol,
I
believe your pistol is... Which I don't know if we were keeping track of how much you were shooting. Your pistol has 4 barrels, by the way.
Yeah.
And to then reload it, you actually have to, it's basically like a 4-barreled musket. So you have to put in the black powder and then put in the ball and you tamp it. That's why it takes you an action to reload it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Now I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be like, where'd you get a mighty fine firearm like that at?
Well, in my business, you come across some very nice things, and this just happened to be one that I came across.
Well, I would sure love to come across something like that.
Well, maybe in your travels you will. And she kind of gives it a twirl and puts it back in her holster.
I start sweating. I hope I do.
This is a little inappropriate.
I said I start sweating. Maybe I'm intimidated.
At her boots.
From her boots. From her barrels.
Boots. Mm-hmm. Barrel. Hers is fancy. It only has 1 barrel. All right. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're good.
All right. And have a good one. She kind of gives you a little nod with a little salute and picks her book back up and opens it back up. So you guys leave?
I'll leave.
All right.
I leave.
I'll leave.
Okay.
While looking back oh.
All right. Kendrick's found a love interest. Got it.
Never takes long.
Nope. Hearts. So you guys make your way outside. You are met with an empty street. The door slams behind you, as it is quite a heavy door. What are your plans?
Well, boys, seems to me we got ourselves a couple options. We could go after Mr. Rockseeker and that fellow Silly was talking about earlier. Gendron. He's the weird guy with the pan flute. You guys remember him? He walks up and he goes, that one.
I don't think we were there for that.
You were.
He came to us a second time.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no.
We came right after.
Yeah, they weren't there. It was you, DP, and Josh.
Yeah, but we approached him on the way into the cave, and then we saw him once on the way out of the cave.
We weren't in the cave.
Mm-mm.
You saw us when you came out of the cave.
Yeah, we saw Gendron after we met up with you guys for the second time.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
The only time you ran into him is you guys found Carp in the middle of the road, and Josh scared him by saying that everyone died. And then you turned around and you ran into Gendron. And Gendron was like, you're looking for Cragmaw Hideout. That's off in the woods there.
Yeah.
Bloop.
Okay. I thought we saw him twice.
I don't think so. No, you heard the flute in the distance.
Yeah,
you did not.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Right.
I remember that now.
You were like, No, we're not going that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like,
You heard a slight
I meant
in
my
the
statement.
distance.
Well, this Gandalf father, let me just tell you, it's fucking weird. Guys, reel up in your business, and I'd be okay if we didn't talk to him right away. There was still that job board. There were a couple jobs on there, and I could still use a little bit of coin. And I know Mr. Silly means well and all that, but I do got a debt to pay. And something tells me that I might not have too long to pay it.
what do you mean not too long?
They're just, certain people don't let their debts go on forever. So I'll figure, sooner or later it's going to be time,
Well, did Silly tell us how much we'd get for this?
You didn't tell us anything about money.
I forgot
Not a
to tell
damn
you
thing.
anything about money. Oops.
Well, what do you think, Torak? Should we check out this job board?
I ain't even never met this Gundren feller.
Yes, you have.
Did we? Didn't we when we got the job? Oh.
Redacted.
Are you asking me?
I did, yeah.
I say we go for the money.
Job it is. Well, I guess then, Chris, we're gonna start making our way over to the town square where that job board was.
All right. So you guys peruse your way through the town, making your way around the corner like 2 houses. And you make your way down, there's the corner, and boom, there's the blah, blah, blah. So you find the job board, and there are still the 2 postings. Mm-hmm. There is, need to remember what it's called, so I'll tell you guys the right thing. Where on earth? There we go. There is one posting that says missing. And it says one woman, Sarah Dendar, and her 2 children have gone missing.
Okay.
I feel like it was a 200 gold reward for finding them. Because I told you guys this before.
We did find them.
You did find them.
I immediately see that and I snatch it off the board
before
anybody sees.
All right, so you snatch it. Make a sleight of hand check out of silliness.
I got a 21, 10 plus
21.
11.
All right, you snatch this thing off this board with lightning speed. Yeah. If you blinked, you would have missed it. And there's one other one that says Orc Trouble. And it says Harbin is looking for someone to head east on the Tribor Trail, where travelers have reported trouble with a band of orcs near Wyvern Tor. This is offering 200 gold per person to any group that can take care of the problem. If the party pursues this, you need to talk to Harbin.
Okay. Well, looks like there'd be a job for some orc trouble, as it says. What do y'all think about orcs?
Orc blood. Get it?
Torak, what say you?
If the money's good, I'll do anything.
About 200 gold a pop.
Was there anything better?
Well, no.
Sounds like a good time to me.
All right. So I go ahead and I take that one off as well, and I shift the papers around and I look at the one for the Dendars. And who's this supposed to be turned into? What does it say? Where do I take this to get paid?
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
I was like, hey, boys, come here. Like, so we got this contract, right? It's 200 gold for find the Dendars. Well, we already done found the Dendars, and Halia paid us for that, but something tells me this ain't there, Halia. Maybe we could quickly find out who's this and then go take care of some orcs.
More money. Why not?
All right. Cool. So, my best guess, if this is a town job board, Then perhaps we should go to the town master's hall.
Which you're standing in front of.
Look at that. There it is. The town master's hall. I'm like spinning in circles of the town master's hall. And then it's right in front of me. I run towards the town master's hall.
Okay. It takes you about 15 feet to get to the door.
I do an Aragorn and I. Is it two? How many? Tell me about the town master's hall, Chris. What's it look
Town
like?
master's hall, for it to be a town master's hall, is a little bit of like an overstatement. It is a large wooden house, rough cut timbers on the outside. It's nothing like super fancy, but you can tell like it was supposed to be fancy. Like the Miners' Exchange puts this thing to shame. The two doors on the outside, they are pull doors. They have big loopies. You know, the loopies they use to open things?
Yeah.
Door loopies. On the outside, they're dark timber doors. Could be walnut. Something like that. The walkway going up is really the nicest thing about this because most of everything else is just dirt. This is actually like a stone slab of a walkway going up to these doors.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pull open a door as fast as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
18 plus 0. 18.
All right. So you are you doing one door or both doors?
To both doors, Aragorn.
Both doors. So you grab onto both doors and you yank them open, and they fly open so fast that they actually slap off the building. Like they open so far that they come all the way around and slap the building and start to close. Inside, you can see it kind of matches the Stonehill Inn. The inside matches the outside. It is rough cut wooden timbers. There are a couple things that are like polished and sanded. It kind of looks new-ish on the inside. Definitely looks newer than the outside, which is kind of weird. And in front of you, you can see this little old lady who you've seen playing cards in the inn, sitting there at a desk. And as you swing open the door, she goes, "My goodness!"
You gotta do the hair flip.
I
That's
go.
required.
Hi.
What are you doing swinging the doors open like that? What is wrong with you?
I opened them.
You open them quite violently.
Maybe you don't open them violently enough.
Oh, maybe. What can I do for you? Why are you here?
Well, there's some contracts posted out there in the square, and I was wondering if it's the town hall, here that honors such contracts.
Well, that would be Harbin that would take care of that. And she kind of turns around and grabs this rope and goes, bing, bling, bling, bling. And this little rope goes up to the second story. And it's ringing the bell. And after maybe 20 seconds, you hear a door open. And this will clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Down the stairs comes this halfling male, probably in his late 40s, dark black, like slicked back hair and a beard that comes down into like two braids. And it's not like a beard, but like he's trying real hard. And he kind of has like a little top hat that's a little too small for his head. And he's wearing like nice clothes, too nice to be here. And he has like this little bow tie that he's like messing with. And he goes, what is it? Who are you? What can I do for you? What's going on?
Well, sorry about my buddy here, Remus here. He was a little excited. We just, we saw this on the job board posting list that someone posted about the missing mother and children.
Well, that would have been me.
Lucky for you, we actually returned them to their homes last night.
The Dendars, you found them?
Yep, yes. Dendars found them all in 4 pieces.
4 pieces?
3 pieces, sorry.
Did you bring anything to show me that you found them?
Well, that's funny. So if you go to their farm, they're there right now. But actually, the guy who had the proof that's part of our merry band of adventurers here, he went off somewhere last night. We don't know where he is, but we went up and we took care of they were kidnapped by the Red Brands. You see,
The Red Brands. You didn't mess with the Red Brands, did you?
Well,
yes, we did.
We messed with the Red Brand.
Well, that was rather irresponsible of you. Now they're going to take it out on the town. What's wrong with you?
Their leader's dead.
And now there will be retribution.
Holly doesn't seem to think so, but
Holly has been nothing but a thorn in my side since I have taken office, and I will not have it.
Well, that's unfortunate. But fact is, we did get them back, and we were wondering if we could get paid.
If you can bring me some proof, or if you wait until after hours, I will go and check and see if they are there and confirm their story. Then I will pay you tomorrow.
See, that sucks. Because they're here.
Roll a perception check or a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion 14.
14. Okay. He goes, well, can you describe them to me? And I can give you descriptions, by the way, because you passed it.
Yeah.
So Sarah Dendar is in her late 20s, early 30s, blonde hair with a braid. Yeah. Her two sons, one's 13, one's like 8, John and Chris.
Chris and John,
They both have like dark brown hair.
Yep.
Yada yada. Do you relay that to him?
I do, absolutely. Every single word.
Well, you did describe them correctly, so I guess I'll believe you. Mm-hmm. How many are in your group?
There are 4 of us, but one of them's not present, but he was present for the job.
Okay, give me one moment. And he goes around the counter where the older lady is, and you hear some jingling and some rustling, and he comes back with 4 little baggies, and he goes, 200 gold apiece, and he goes, and he kind of tosses them at you.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that bounty said 200 gold, period. I'm not saying this is Remus. Pretty sure the bounty said 200 gold, period, but I'll take it.
It did.
He's stupid. Okay. Mm-hmm. Excellent. And, excellent. Well, Harbin, you're actually the guy I need to come talk to as well. We're looking at another job. And I hand over the orc bounty.
Well, I'm not going to do this. This is why I posted it.
Tommy, I can't talk to this man.
All right. Let me take this over, buddy. We're not asking you to take care of this. We're asking you to give us any information you have so that we can go take care of the orcs.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I know is what's posted on the thing. I just need to make a contracting the number of you to the job.
Shall we seal it in blood? Ink?
Definitely ink. And he goes and he gets 3 papers, and he gives you each a paper, and he's like, sign on a dotted line. I'm not liable for any loss of limb or anything like that.
What are we supposed to sign with?
That's a good point. And he goes and snatches the quill and ink from the older lady, and she kind of grumbles about it, and goes and he hands it up to Tommy first.
How much are we getting paid again?
200 apiece. It says so on the contract.
Well, the thing is orcs can be rather dangerous. We've had some brush-ins with other creatures and stuff, and it's nasty business. And I think a caliber of adventurers such as ourselves, being level 5 and all, I think a compensation increase may be in order.
Compensation increase? This is what is on the contract, and this is what I'm offering.
How long has it been posted?
For about 2 months.
2 months, you say?
Yes. What of it?
So if we don't take this now, then who's going to take it? How many months is it going to be before someone takes care of this issue for us?
I suppose you have a point. So how much do you want for this job then?
300 pop.
300? Roll a persuasion check.
Can I assist him?
You can assist him.
Oh yeah.
I did get a 17 plus 3 is 20.
You can roll at advantage because Tommy's helping you.
Still 20.
All right. So, well, I suppose I could spare the extra funds. So, fine. 300 a person.
Can you change that on the contract real quick?
Sure. And he snatches the paper out of all of your hands and goes over to the table and he changes it and he initials under the change and he hands them all back to you.
Don't forget to date it.
And grabs it and dates it again and puts his little initials under that and then he hands it back and goes, I trust that will be the last change of the contract.
Sure.
Okay, do you guys sign the contracts?
Yeah, I'll sign it.
Dope.
While I'm signing, though, I want to look up to the old lady and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am. Well, what might your name be?"
Jesus Christ. Give me a minute.
Steve.
Steve, Jim.
My name is Steve.
Well, my name is Martha, if you insist.
Nice to meet you, Martha. I feel like I've seen you around quite a bit.
What was that name? What did you say? Why would you say that name?
Now we're best friends.
Jesus Christ. I need to pick my names better. Well, I do remember seeing you lot at the Stonehill Inn when I was playing cards with my son.
Well, I pick up my little little quilly, and I do a sign as well. And then I turn back and I give Martha a look. Not a good look either. It's a look of.
Are you doing this like sneakily or what?
No, I'm very obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him? Why is he ogling me like that?
I keep doing it.
I don't like this one bit. And she kind of closes her little booky papers behind the thing and kind of storms off into the other room rather slowly, but she does storm off.
I was going to tell her that maybe she had nice boots.
Is she wearing boots?
She's not wearing boots. She's wearing just regular old shoes. Well,
could be a boot if you believe.
Did you all sign?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as the contract is, you have 1 week to come back to collect your payment, as long as you can bring back some form of showing that the job has been done.
Sure.
What do you want, like the head of an orc or
fingernails?
I would prefer not a head of an orc, if you don't mind.
Fat it is. You got it.
Well, then, if there will be nothing else, I have to return to my duties.
All right. I turn around, Chris, and I walk towards the door, and this time I kick it open.
Roll me a strength check.
Also, I gotta pee so bad. We can take a break soon.
18 plus 0.
18. So you kick this door open, and just the right one flies open, and it slams against the side of the building, and then closes again.
All right, I open it normally.
Okay. And you leave?
I leave.
Okay. Do the rest of you leave?
I want to make a height remark, but I'm not. I'm just gonna.
Okay. So, I feel like, when do we normally end this game? What time? Is it
Normally
10 or
around 11.
Okay. So, yeah, thanks for watching. You're all wonderful. Like, comment, and subscribe, and all that shenanigans.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. I don't know if I've ever put ring the bell in one of my videos, but maybe I should.
Hit the bell.
Don't forget to smash that bell.
Get there.